Miller Electric Center, Jaguars wrapping up another training camp practice. We got Jaguar defensive back Trey Flowers here with us. Trey, how are things going out there, man?
We're going great. Going great.
You know, obviously a guy like you with history with Ryan Nece, Coach Richard, I want to get into that in a moment. But what brought you here to Jacksonville? You obviously had a lot of opportunities. What was it about Jacksonville that led you this direction?
You said it. Coach Nilsson, I love him. Coach Richard, I heard great things about him. It's our first time working together. And then I've always been on the far just looking through the Jaguars' progression over the years, and I feel like I can make this team better.
You were with Ryan Nece last year in Atlanta. You come with him to Jacksonville. What is it about Coach Nece that you like so much?
Intensity, just what he brings to the game. I really respect the game of football, and I feel like what he brings, how he coaches, I really respect it a lot, and, I learn from it. I love it.
You're still a pretty young guy, all things considering, but you got a lot of young guys, right, with DeAndre Prince and Jarian Jones and Braswell. I mean, the experience you have, how are you helping those guys out so far in camp?
I'm just being myself, really. I'm not really a vocal person, but if you lean on me, I definitely will help you. Those guys, they're just ballers. They're players themselves, so they don't really need much help. So, just leading by example.
I was talking to Terrell Edmonds about this yesterday. Between he, yourself, Adrian Amos that's brought in here, that's a lot of experience in that secondary. It's an interesting mesh between you guys and obviously the youngsters. How is that DB room working overall?
It's actually a great meeting every day. It's funny. It's a lot of learning going on. We actually mesh really well, and the future's bright.
I don't think people know this about you. You've played in 10 playoff games. Yeah. You've started 3 playoff games. You have more playoff experience than almost anybody on this football team. I mean, that's a wealth of knowledge to give to these young guys. You ever sit back and think, wow, 10 playoff games. There's not a lot of people that can say that.
Last year was my first year not going to the playoffs.
Wow.
So, yeah, I look at my career and think it's a blessing and want to add to it and stamp it off the right way.
Saturday night, the defending world champions come in. Apparently they're going to play their starters at least for a quarter. Obviously, a lot of you guys are going to suit up as well. What do you look to get out of the first preseason game?
I'm just working on myself, of course. Trying to play a clean game, no penalties. And like I said, make this team better, show this fan base what I can do, show this coaching staff what I can do, and just keep growing, keep going, keep learning.
You mentioned the fan base. The fans have been great so far out here at camp. You get to be in front of them at Everbank Stadium on Saturday night. How excited are you to get in front of the fans?
Definitely. I keep hearing the Duval chant. I can't wait to hear it in live action. So knowing how close this city is to the team and knowing what we bring to them, I love it. It's a good atmosphere.
Final moments with Trey Flowers. You have a lot of talent on this offense you compete with every day, from Trevor, Christian, Gabe, going down the line, Brian Thomas. What are you seeing out of this offensive unit that you're competing against?
Explosive. Anybody that gets the ball can go. From the running backs to the receivers, everybody can catch. It's an explosive offense, so you can't really just take away one guy. You got to try to cover every piece, and good luck to you.
You played with Pete Carroll in Seattle. Obviously, Doug Peterson here, a couple of guys that have won Super Bowls. What's it like to have a coach with that resume of a Super Bowl champion?
Just another reason to come. Lost the Super Bowl, real close to winning it, 2-minute drive. So knowing how to win is a real thing in the NFL, and I know Coach Peterson knows how. It's proven, and, yeah, I'd love to be a part of it.
Final question, Oklahoma State guy in the Big 12. How are the Cowboys going to look this year?
Go Pokes. I can't answer that. I haven't been there, but I know they're working hard, and I'm anxious to see it.
Trey, welcome to Jacksonville. We'll be watching on Saturday.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Trey.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.